Good afternoon. I'm Kawaun Final, and this is my process speech on tornadoes. If you were in Indiana or Illinois in 1925 and polled over 3,000 residents, I'm sure that 2,300 of them would have not known that in a matter of seconds their lives would be destroyed. They would be critically injured, and everything they love and own would be taken away from them. I'm even more convinced that the remaining 745 would never have guessed that their lives would come to an end. How does something like this happen? According to the USA Today Tornado Information website, tornadoes come from the energy released in a thunderstorm. As powerful as they are, tornadoes account for only a tiny fraction of the energy in a thunderstorm. What makes them dangerous is that the energy is contracted in a small area, perhaps only hundreds of yards across. Understanding how a tornado is created helps us understand the process in which they become so deadly and destructive. Today, I'm going to walk with you through how a tornado starts, what has to happen in the atmosphere for a tornado to form, and how and why it is so destructive. The collision of warm and cold air is instrumental in the formation of tornadoes. What happens when warm and cold air collides? Air takes up space, air has its weight. When air presses down on the surface of the earth, it causes air pressure. This air pressure is what makes fronts move. As you can see in the slide, in normal everyday situations, the cold air moves the warm air out the way. However, in more severe cases, the cold air collides with the warm air and it causes a cold front. During the process of a cold front, clouds begin to form, heavy rains begin to fall, and thunderstorms begin. Once the thunderstorms begin, the warm, wet air rises and it begins to meet wind in different directions and altitudes. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica 2010 edition, a mesocyclone is a large wind system in which a tornado is created when horizontal circulating winds meet up a warm front and is lifted into a huge swirling vortex 6 to 12 miles in diameter. If you pay attention to the screen, this video taken from the ABC News shows the formation of a mesocyclone. It would appear that since the mesocyclone is a funnel, this is what we later know to become a tornado. However, this is not true. The mesocyclone, similar to a corner piece on a puzzle, is necessary for the formation of a puzzle, but not the actual funnel we know as a tornado. According to Dr. Barry Jackman, researcher at the National Weather Institute and author of Tornadoes, America's silent killer is the mesocyclone. It's not the huge danger, but the breaking wind shear is. Dr. Jackman states that once the mesocyclone is pushed down due to the storm's downdraft and splits the wind tubing of air caused by the wind, shears into columns, one spinning clockwise, the other spinning counterclockwise. On this slide, now you have two small funnels that have formed. The one moving counterclockwise comes in contact with the upward draft of warm air and tosses it into the mesocyclone, causing the formation of a tornado. Now on a side note, if you remember that we had two funnels that broke off. The clockwise funnels that broke off. The clockwise column is stretched into a tornado like its counterclockwise other half. The counterclockwise column typically forms a small funnel that clouds the circles that larger tornadoes, according to Keith Chang of ABCNews.com in a series entitled Natural Disasters, June 2007. Once the tornado funnel forms, the only thing left is to determine the category. Like hurricanes, tornadoes have categories ranging from F1 to F5. According to Ted Fujita, the inventor of F-scale, according to Dr. Camilo Johnson, the National Severe Weather Organization, the cold air starts sinking down, resulting in warm and whirling upward, spinning faster, and forming a high column. When the upward moving winds are strong enough, it can go up to and even more, spinning and these measuring up to 100 miles per hour. These spinning winds create powerful storm clouds which occur at a height of 70,000 feet, often stretching 10 miles in width. F5 begins the most deadliest tornadoes can have the speeds from 261 to 318 miles per hour with violent damage. Homes lift off foundation and carry considerable distances, and cars thrown as far as 100 meters. On average, 220 people were killed every year from tornadoes, according to NLLS.org. Prior to modern technology and the new Doppler radar, thanks to Dr. F, the Doppler and the National Weather Center, we now have tornado alerts. watches, and warnings, based on conditions known to create tornadoes, which had the average number of deaths from 220 down to 60 per year, according to NLLS.org. Knowing how tornadoes form and what climates and weather conditions cause tornadoes in the last few years has equipped the world with being able to detect them, which in return has equipped them to be able to warn innocent people and prevent them from being harmed. Because of technology and the knowledge of how they are formed, I'm sure thousands of lives have been saved over the years. One may think that knowing these storms may not be of great importance. There is nothing that can stop them nor prevent them from destroying everything in their path. This may have a ring to truth. However, the 9,000 residents who have been warned to evacuate tornadoes, according to TornadoWatchers.com, in the last 10 years would beg differently. If knowing something can work saves lives in the future, then I would think most people would deem it priceless. For what price can we have for human life?